Well, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. It is once again gray and raining outside. Raining quite hard, but the birds are singing. The sun is, it's shining behind the clouds, but it's shining. My cat is in the window, and that's a good thing. My hamsters are alive. Little Gojira is awake, but she's in the far corner, and I don't want to lean way over there and then bother her. So she's awake. Little Dust Mop is fine. Little Saber is good. The poor Dr. Snurf with that big bald spot on his back. I've still been putting an antifungal stuff on his back. I don't know that it's helping, but it doesn't appear to be hurting because the big bald spot on his back isn't really getting worse. So, here's hoping. Thumbs up for that. Anyway, though, I wrote down just two things on my little sheet there, one of which was something one of those things I've wanted to talk about, but then after I'm finished recording, I forgot to talk about it again today. And so weeks and months pass by as that happens. Years and years ago, decades ago, I came across something that I thought was really funny. And it's really just a stupid thing. Everybody in the world does this sort of thing. I'm not the first, but it amused me and still does. It's if you take a name, you can make something that is kind of a silly thing and make it sound dark and dramatic if you pronounce it differently. Like I had written a story about a fellow who came across, now I'd write it satirically or just goofily for humor. At the time I was running it semi-serious, even though it had the name. Because the demon's name, this guy was able to summon a demonic being, and it was the mighty being Asparagus. Well, Asparagus isn't a bad name, isn't it? That sounds like Latin and demonic. But asparagus is just another way of pronouncing asparagus. So it's the mighty demon Asparagus. And then, of course, there's another demonic being, Aspirin. Just aspirin. But if you mispronounce some of these things that way, they sound very dramatic. So take a look at various things and try to find what you can find and be creative, especially right now in these trying pandemic times. Which just as a quick aside, no matter what else you may think or say, and I'm not saying anything else other than this, you should not, in any country, stand up in front of your citizens and tell them to drink or inject disinfectants. Because scared people do dumb things. And telling them to do dumb things is going to get people killed. Because after going on TV and basically telling people to inject or drink disinfectants, there's been a huge spike throughout the U.S. of people drinking bleach and injecting themselves with disinfectants. Because scared people do dumb things. Don't tell scared people to do dumb things. I'm hissing and slurring over my lower plate today quite a bit. I'm very, very sorry. So, that's about the best I'm going to say about that, about the most. As a really quick aside, my housemates actually took some pity on me. I haven't gotten my food stamp things yet. I have either been falling asleep during times when I should be calling itchy because of my insomnia and the change in the weather and the stress, or I have massive executive dysfunction. Excuse me. Drank carbonated beverage, which I have to go and purchase today with the very little amount of money that I have. But I was mentioning my housemates took pity on me because of that. I had gone through absolutely everything in my fridge, in my section of the fridge, And my shelves were down to a little bit of spaghetti and a little bit of spaghetti sauce. So my housemates, who actually, she got her stimulus thing, bought me some food. She went out and spent like $200 on food, and about $50 or so of that was food for me, and that was very nice. There's absolutely wonderful stuff, and then there's silly stuff, you know, like she actually bought me some things like Little Debbie things. If you've ever seen Little Debbie, it's like, you know, knockoff brand Hostess and all that. Except it's not knockoff brand. Little Debbie's been around since forever. But it's, and stuff like that. So actual food and snack stuff. So that was very, very nice of them. Greatly, greatly appreciated, because I was looking at not having anything at all to eat for a while, and that was not a good feeling. So very, very cool. Definitely a thumbs up. I also have written down, because I watched a video this morning and I was laughing like an idiot, because the fellow, he is a sarcastic person after my own heart. The channel's name is Internet Comment Etiquette. And it sounds so helpful, but when he actually does his videos, it's anything but. Because he'll introduce a subject, we'll look at dumb videos, and then he'll start unleashing his sarcasm in comments. And oh my God, his sarcasm is such that it sounds like it's real, but the further you get into it, the more crazy it gets. This last one, though, was all about 5G and the covfefe bug. And he was vicious all the way through it. He was just going, well, I can't even say the things because generally it was enough to get you demonetized, but it was just rattling off really awful things and going, bam, and send. Oh, that was terrible. That was really mean. I'm not used to being mean. Let's take a look at another comment. Oh, here's another one. God is dead, Maria, and post. Oh, that was terrible too. I'm being really mean. And then going on like that until his final comments, when he was finally unleashing full paragraphs, they were vicious, just cruel, and I was laughing like an idiot. Thumbs up for that. I mean, I don't like hurting people's feelings, so I'm not going to unleash like this guy does, because he doesn't care. And that point is like, if you're stupid, prepare to get your feelings hurt. So, yeah. And it's funny, but wow, is it vicious. And hopefully I got a link down there or up there. I mean, he's a big channel. He's got a lot of people who watch, so you've probably seen him yourself. And so I don't need to drive, traffic in his direction. He's got plenty. But if you go search for Internet Comment Etiquette, Eric, he's very funny. Very good thing. Excuse me. Once again, it is so irritating. I mean, I wheeze and I cough and I sneeze all day. And, I'm a human being. I get worried about stuff. It's like, gosh, do I have a cold? Do I have the covfefe bug? Do I have all this? But I wear my mask, my sleep apnea mask with the filter, and sure, I have a little bit of a wheeze that I'll have to cough or to try and clear. Inhale quickly to break all of the little fibers that are going. That's what I was trying to do and failed horribly. But past that, because the air goes through the filter, it's all fine. So I breathe like a champ when I'm lying in bed. There are none of the issues that I have when I am up and awake, because forest, rain, rotting leaves, allergies, pollen, leaf mold, boom! The minute I take off my mask, I start building up a wheeze. The minute I take off my mask, I start building up having to blow my nose. So, yay. And there's a lot of pollen in at least Shelton. I don't know about the rest of Washington State or the rest of the United States or the rest of the world, but it is pollen central right here. And again, we have a several block sized, one of those little allotment forest things in town, just right outside our home. So, which isn't hard to find. In Shelton, there's trees everywhere. You have to work to find a house that isn't around trees. But for forest parts, I'd say at least a good... Well, in southern Shelton, about 3/4 of the houses are just directly against forest parts. You know, there's lots of forests in the woods down down southern Shelton. So there's trees everywhere. It's not unusual. You know, it's not anything like people are going, gosh, you know, I'm so jealous you're next to forest, you know, because we've only got one side abutting against the forest. And a lot of places have 3 sides surrounded by forest. So we're nice. We got a bit of a forest out there. But compared to how much most people in southern Shelton have, it could be a lot better. Could be a lot worse. There are some houses, even in southern Shelton, just only have trees in their yard, 1 or 2 trees, because they're in the middle of a big blank area with just, you know, house. That happens too. Especially when you get downtown, has no forest, just planted trees. And then, well, that's not really true either. Where there's buildings, there's no forest. Where they don't have the buildings, there's forest in the valley part downtown. And then northern Shelton, it's just largely flat plains and no real forest, just the occasional stand of trees here and there. It's quite a diverse area the more I think about it that way. But then this part of Washington State in the United States that I live in is rather a diverse area as well. I can't name all of the biomes because I forget what they are, but there's the temperate type zone that we live in here, right here in Shelton, right along where I live in Washington State. And then there's a big mountain range, and on the other half is a desert. So there's half of the state is desert, half is green, and then there's the temperate part where I live in, and then over on the peninsula there's a flat rainforest. So there is a huge just mishmash of different environments in this area. So thumbs up on that. And then of course we are overdue for an earthquake that should kill everyone, because we're right on the Pacific Rim Ring of Fire, that big geological volcanically active area where we've got sliding tectonic plates, and we're overdue for a big earthquake that'll just probably kill everyone when it happens. It's going to be that violent that there's that much pent-up energy. Very cool. Which reminds me too, I had been thinking about that when I was thinking in my head about that whole, you know, zoom in from the macro to the micro, you know, with we're on this side of the universe, and on the other side of the universe there is a galactic structure, and in that galactic structure is a galaxy, and in that galaxy is a planet, and on that planet is a continent, and on that continent is a beach. But I was thinking about how this is all just a snapshot in time. I mean, we look at the pictures of galactic structures and we're thinking, gosh, you know, they look like they're eternal because they're just huge and such slow moving. It takes about 250 million years for the Milky Way galaxy, our galaxy, to make one spin. That's slow. But if you take a look at all of this stuff in more galactic time, where you speed up the simulations to see what's happening, and none of the stuff that we're seeing out there is still. Everything is racing around because of gravitational attractions, just whipping in all directions around each other. After all, the galaxy we're in, the Milky Way and the Andromeda galaxy, we're on an impact course. We're gonna hit, and there's gonna be quite a mess. So what we see in the universe, remember, is not eternal. It's just a snapshot of this moment. And snapshots fade. That last snapshot that was now is now 15 seconds in the past and getting farther and farther behind us all the time. Thumbs up for that. And I try to make myself semi-centered in the camera. I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab. I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. The commenting has slowed down. My one little peep reaction blew up on TikTok, blew up on YouTube, blew up on a couple things, but there's a lot fewer comments, so things are slowing down. But thank you for having left a comment. I am not reading the comments right now. I'm going to read them afterward, then thumbs up each one I do. Right now I'm just thanking you for having left a comment, not reading them. Oh, my brain hurts. If I mispronounce or use a name, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker, and it's a range of 20 to 25 because even though I count in American Sign Language, with my brain damage from my alcoholism, my fibromyalgia, my untreated ADHD, and more, I'm amazed I can remember anything at all. Thumbs up for that. Getting better all the time, but still, I'm going to hit a functional limit at some point. Is my chair centered on my spine? Whoa, it halfway is. So they call it my Chrome. And we have SDS Grim Reaper. Thank you very much. And a Palisagat. It's got all sorts of non-English characters in it, so I bet I'm nowhere close. But thank you very much. Spicy Toaster. I like the name. Very, very cool. CJSXACY. No idea how to pronounce that, but thank you very much. And Denial. Greatly appreciated. Candle Pit. Thank you very much. Fritz J. No, Frizz Jazz. Where did I get Fritz J? Frizz Jazz, thank you very much. And M2F, thank you very much. Julian Perez, thumbs up and thank you. Momoka_B, thank you very much. And Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Fabio Angles, greatly appreciated. I know I say greatly appreciate a lot, but only because it's true. Kathy Kit's Cat, good to see you in the comments. And then we have El Barrio Está Despierto. Thank you very, very much. Zero Space, greatly appreciated. Morphe, thumbs up and thank you. Mr. I like the short name. And Carolyn Green, thumbs up and thank you very much. Angel Miguel, I hope I pronounced the first name correctly. We have Lindsay Berger, thumbs up and thank you. Maya Vickman, greatly appreciated. The Texan Gamer 101, thumbs up and thank you. Ali Shabiri, thumbs up and thank you. Good to see you in the comments. Ghosty Guts, greatly appreciated. And last but not least, Potatotron. And yes, oh hokey smokes, I'm terrible at keeping my Amazon wish list up to snuff. I'll go through and fix it up. Thank you much for reminding me. So I guess I just put a lie to not reading the comments. But only accidentally. I have good peripheral vision, so whether or not I want to read the comments, sometimes I just do. Because I can't help it. It's right there. I can be staring here, the words are down here, and I just read that sentence. So, life is life. Anyway, though, thank you very, very much for having left me a comment. It is greatly appreciated. And if you could check out my various links down below, I have Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people, that would be beautiful and awesome. If you'd like to help me out, but you don't want to send money to one of those two places, I have a PayPal link down below. And if you want to help me out but don't want to send money, I have an Amazon wishlist link, of which I'm going to go through and make sure it is up to date today. And sorry about that, everybody. If you could check that out, that would be very, very cool. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my existence. Definitely a thumbs up. And of course, if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell, that would be very cool. Greatly appreciated. I would understand if you did not wish to, but if you are down with it, I will do my best to keep you entertained from now and to the literal end of time. A lot of arcane hand movements there. Made them up as I was going along because I did way too many. Such is life. Well, definitely cool. I've got a lot of things that I need to get done, but I also just have to take things easy on myself. There's no need to be hard on yourselves. These are bad times. We're in survival mode. Make it through. Then work on fixing yourself back up, or work on making further progress, or any of those things. Just don't worry about them now. Make it through alive. Then worry about the details after. Thumbs up for that. So I got this video here. I got stuff I need to record for this channel. I have a video for my game channel at least ready to be edited and rendered. Definitely a thumbs up. So you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend, and that is a very good thing. Oh, carbon dioxide burps again. I'm going to change this again, but it is still true. I want to just make sure everyone stays happy and friendly as possible during these very hard times. So take care, and I will see you.